Hey everyone, this is John here. I am going to be speaking about 8 ways to become a better leader. Alright guys, let's just face it here. We've worked with people we absolutely hate. We have worked for people that we would yell at us, scream at us, demand us to do something. But let's look at it this way. Would you call them leaders? Are they really leaders? Or are they just people that were just moved up the corporate ladder without the leadership skills or training that they needed? I mean, how do you become a leader? Well, 1 in a million may be born leaders, and the vast majority of good leaders are actually taught. Even the ones that are born leaders, they are still learning every single day how to improve their skills, how to improve themselves, how to improve that, the mindset. So let's go ahead and jump into this, organize my notes correctly. Being a good leader is being empathetic, having empathy. Because unfortunately, many leaders have been promoted to their positions based on work experience, how long they've been there. I mean, because of their industry criterias, but there are no little or no training at all for them. I mean, they got no training to how to become an actual leader. The results can be heavy-handed, order-giving managers with unclear expectations and little empathy for his or her employees. The people underneath them, they don't care. They don't care about them. All they care about is getting that product out, and they're going to do it no matter what they have to do. So, being genuine with your team shouldn't mean becoming best friends with them. Don't become best friends with them. They want to know that they can come to you about their problems at work, how they can be able to improve their skills, how to do that. And once you become a good listener, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We are meant to listen. If we're not listening to these people, they're going to disrespect us. Production's going to go down. Them coming into work is going to go down. And also, just all in general, everything will kind of, it will flip upside down on itself. So being empathetic, understanding these people's emotions, because you are working with emotional people. They need to be heard or they will never want to even mess with you. Number 2, reflecting back to being a good listener. You simply just got to. Like I said, you got those 2 ears and that 1 mouth. And if you keep running that mouth and demanding, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, and this and that, they're gonna do it, but it's gonna be in the laziest, slowest possible way that you're not gonna get anything out. And the morale, the turnover, dude, you're gonna have people just moving out. You're gonna keep hiring. And it costs more to even hire people. It's better yet to keep those people instead of hiring. Like I said, it costs more, and it's just, man, you're gonna give yourself a headache if you're not listening to these people and showing that you care about what they have to say, what is going on out there. Number 3, be a model for embracing change. Let's face it, every industry, from insurance, food industry, clothing industry, there is a consistent change. There's different products, there's different machinery, there's different customers, there's different complaints. You're going to have that consistent change. You got to embrace that. You have to go in there with knowing that there is going to be change. There's going to be change of faces on the floor, change of skill and talent. You have to embrace that, showing that you're a leader and that you can be able to take that type of pressure. People follow leaders. So if you need those followers, man, you got to be that person that can get through that storm and consistently be strong, even though how much something changes on you. Nothing is going to stop you. They will see that and they will start following you. Number 4, incorporate a shared vision. Every good company has a vision. So for my united motivation, my vision is to just expand beyond myself. I want people to be motivated, inspired. I want them to become better. But I can't do this all by myself. Hence the word united. We need to be united and make that difference in other people's lives. So the vision is to be able to grow stronger, grow further, and touch lives that actually do matter. I mean, every life does matter, but there's some people, man, their lives, they're on the bridge of just jumping off the bridge. We need to reach out to those people because I'm only one person. I can only do so much for somebody. I can motivate them, but we need more people that are consistently in that realm of helping people. So, like I always advertise, I'm always looking for motivational speakers, public speakers, and entrepreneurs. We need to grow people. We need to grow further. I want to be able to stand up on a stage in a crowd of 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 people and be able to change their lives, their mindsets, get them to understand where they're at and where they're going. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something if I can get you on that stage and you be able to make that change for them? Wouldn't that be? Wouldn't you agree? That is my vision. That is where I want to be. And if anybody wants to come on, let's go. Number 5, develop your followers. It's important to have your team's back. If you don't got your team's back, you lost trust. That's an instant kill for you. A leader achieves high-performance teams by understanding how rules interfere with each other and by keeping communication lines open. Let them know you care about what they do. A committed leader empowers team members with the information, skills, and resources needed to do their jobs efficiently. You gotta communicate. The number one thing is that we're communicating, but we're not connecting with these people. If you're not connecting with your people, they're not going to understand. I mean, you have that communication and be able to be on time with communication on the dial, be able to get that communication out to them clearly. They will respect you much more because they will think you're reliable. You're much more respected. You're not being as selfish. Because bosses, man, let's just put it simple here. There's a difference between manager and leaders. Leaders, they lead. They are unselfish. Managers, they don't care. They want to get what their job is. Get it done, get it over with, and go home. Leaders, they are consistently building, and they're consistently keep going. So they're building their people, they're building their followers, and they just keep doing better for them. Number 6, communicate realistic, clear expectations. Too many employees get frustrated when they are terminated for not doing something that was never properly communicated. Rather than simply expect employees to do their jobs, effective leaders provide clear goals, clear expectations of what happens if they are not met, or they are met, and a roadmap to getting the job done. Effective leaders also assess all factors that contribute to accomplishing the goals and make sure they are attainable. Morale suffers when employees continue to experience failure. On the other hand, acknowledging when goals are met and providing positive feedback motivates those people. You have to give them goals, absolute goals. I mean, even little tiny goals. Because if you're doing these little goals, and I will preach this to the day I die, you start with little goals to get to your big goal, which is actually your vision. If you have goals set in place for these people to get towards your vision as a leader, my vision to get people on stage and being in front of it, I need goals to be able to build towards my vision. I need people. And my goal is to inspire people enough and get them motivated to understand what my purpose here is for them and get them on the stage. I'm not promising in the next 5 to 10 years that we're going to be there, but I need those people to make that process way quicker. We need to get out there. We need people to know who we are, what we're doing, and what we believe in. So building and giving those people those goals, or giving yourself those goals as a leader, you're building towards your vision. And giving people positive feedback, we want to hear positive feedback. Our entire life, we had negative thoughts, negative feedback, and they call it a constructive criticism. There's still a word of criticism. We do not like criticism. We do not agree with it. We will fight it back. Number 7, you got to be able to handle failure. And the beautiful, and I will keep preaching this, like I said, to the day I die, failure is the stepping stones to success. If you do not fail, you do not learn anything. I will go back to my Mr. Friend. What is his name again? Well, let's go with Elon Musk. Let's go back to this guy with the big rockets and the electric cars, and he has that vision of expanding into Mars in the future. That's his vision. When he first started with rockets, he kept failing. He had to keep learning. Every failure cost him a tremendous amount of money. His last 2 launches, if he did not get those launches right, he would went bankrupt. We wouldn't have any of the electric cars we got now, the SpaceX. We wouldn't have any of that. But when he learned from his failures and kept building up from those failures, he got his rocket. And he did not fail because he believed in himself on his failures to success. And number 8, continue your education. Not every leader is going to be absolutely perfect. And I firmly don't believe there's born leaders, because we need to continue our education every single day. If we do not continue, we're just going to keep falling back. Anything with going to school, learning a new skill, doing any of that, you have to continuously do your education. So keep building upon yourself, your skills, your social skills, your personality, your achievements. You got to keep building them up and learning from them. Learn from your failures, learn from your wins, and keep learning as a leader, because it will come. And one of these days, you're going to be the greatest leader, and you're going to have that vision, and you're going to build things.